That is the fourth time this season. The fourth time in 5 games that Manchester United have used the last 10 minutes to accelerate away. They scored twice in that period against West Ham, 3 times against Swansea, once against Leicester, and 3 on Sunday against Everton. It was a spree that took the level with Manchester City at the top of the table and sent Everton into the relegation zone. If it was not a fair reflection of the match, it most certainly confirmed the likely makeup of the title race. The Manchester clubs, 3 points clear after 5 games, look capable of pulling away. We may yet get that promised Pep Guardiola-Jose Mourinho duel, just a year later than advertised. And already the contrasting styles intrigue. The Manchester clubs may be identical in terms of goal difference and goals scored, but they have achieved their 16-2 margins in quite different ways. At Watford on Saturday, City started like an express train. United preferred it grown into a game.At first. On Sunday, it appeared they could run up a similar score to City at Vicarage Road, but they do their damage late. Having exhausted opponents with their physicality, they then bring on what Claudio Ranieri would have called the RAF, the flying machines. Manchester United up the tempo, just when the opposition is leggy and vulnerable. Everton thought they still had a sniff of a 1-1 draw in the 82nd minute. 10 minutes later they were 4-0 down. What is undoubted is that Mourinho's United are a significant upgrade on that left to him by Louis van Gaal in terms of potential and attacking intent. They may not quite have the abandon and ambition of Guardiola's City, but that shouldn't be considered criticism. Mourinho runs a tight ship and doesn't take as many chances, but this may enable United to utilize a long-term risk-averse strategy that is beyond their neighbours. They may be less vulnerable at crucial moments too. We shall see. What is plain is that it was too much for Everton as a package. Before Henrikh Mkhitaryan scored Manchester United's second in the 83rd minute, Everton manager Ronald Koeman was probably thinking his team had done enough to merit a draw. Certainly they had responded well to going behind after 4 minutes. Having lost 3-0 to Atalanta in the Europa League on Thursday, it was a horrible start, and, at first, Everton looked troubled. With more than 10 minutes gone, they had not touched the ball in the Manchester United half. One touch had come on their halfway line. It was the kickoff after Antonio Valencia's opening goal.And. What a goal it was, one destined to feature in any end-of-season highlights reel, no matter where United finish. Nemanja Matic played a crossfield ball from left to right, finding Valencia outside the penalty area. With space ahead, he struck the ball first time, a mighty shot, that flew past Jordan Pickford into the top corner of the net. Reinvented as a fullback, it is often forgotten that Valencia arrived when Cristiano Ronaldo left, not a direct replacement, but certainly occupying what once was his role on the right. Sadly, he's no goalscorer in the CR7 class. This was only his second in the league since Boxing Day, 2011. Still, it was more than worth the wait. Yet, from there, Everton held firm. United had lots of possession, plenty of threat, but little in the way of clear chances. When they did come close after 26 minutes, it was a loose ball by Michael Keane that teed it up. He made a hash of a simple, square pass that failed to reach Morgan Schneiderlin and was picked off instead by Juan Mata. He slipped it through to Lukaku, who, with only Pickford to beat, hit his finish wide of the left post. The cheers from the visiting end were loud and mocking. Little beats seeing the player who rejected you and moved on up making an absolute fool of himself. Lukaku was denied by a great Phil Jagielka tackle, while poor finishing from substitute Jesse Lingard saw two shots fly over the bar, but for much of the match Everton gave as good as they got. In the second half, David of G was arguably the busier goalkeeper, saving from Wayne Rooney and Gylfi Sigurdsson. Yet Everton have a problem. They lack pace around the final third. Rooney was a furiously hard worker and contributed as much as anyone to Everton's spirited challenge. Sadly, he no longer has the pace that truly unnerves the best defenders, and neither do Everton. If they had a fault, it was that they had no one capable of hitting top gear. United bought Everton's best goalscorer in Lukaku and sold them a reserve by way of replacement. Koeman's team lacks firepower to deliver, and it told. In all competitions, they have now gone 6 hours and 44 minutes without a goal. How Koeman must envy the blitzkrieg capability Mourinho has at United. To be fair, at least Rooney was spared the humiliation of the final 3 goals. Already forced to appear with Everton's new sponsor, Angry Birds emblazoned on his sleeve, surely he gets enough of them at home. To have gone down 4-0 on his return to Old Trafford would have been too much. As it was, Rooney was withdrawn to a very warm reception on 82 minutes, and in the 83rd the roof fell in. The late collapse began with an error from Ashley Williams, pounced on by Lukaku and fed to Mkhitaryan, following up on the left at speed. Lukaku's pass picked him out, Mkhitaryan finished confidently, and the game belonged to United. So while what happened next gave the match a scoreline it did not deserve, it was one that is vital if United are to keep pace with City this season. full credit to them for continuing to push too, and to Lukaku for continuing to get among the goals. It was a long wait here, the 89th minute, but he eventually found a way, snatching at a loose ball bobbling around the area and then, to his credit, eschewing the niceties, right down to cupping an ear to the Evertonians who had jeered that first half miss. No decorum here, just as it should be. And at that moment, Everton and West Ham switched places, the Londoners emerging from the bottom three on goal difference, Everton falling. The fourth came from the penalty spot, after a Morgan Schneiderlin handball. Showing his former teammate no mercy, Anthony Marshall took it with his newfound confidence and slotted past Pickford. Manchester City are top, technically, on alphabetical order. Manchester Athletic. That lot from Newton Heath, missed.